Oh, here we go. I think we're on here. Yes, we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Nonsense live stream. Lily's hanging out, and so is Tiger. How we doing? It's been a little while since I've done a stream, and that's because life finds a way. How's it going? I felt like I don't know. I just had an urge to share with you some things that are on my mind. So in Illinois, we've been told for some counties to close down again because of the corona. And a lot of people aren't having it. A lot of people are like, to hell with this because, after 7 months, I think people are just kind of like, all right, that's enough. And we're going to talk about rhetoric and spell breaking and conspiracy facts, not just theories. Because I've seen a lot of people. It's fascinating to watch the last 6 months how people respond to things like, I understand because I used to think a lot like this. I used to just go with the wave of things that were told to me, but then I've done a lot of introspective work and I just don't see that anymore. I have different beliefs today because I'm honest. I'm honest with myself and other people. And when you do that, and you also don't feed your mind and body with a bunch of poison, you can see this stuff pretty clear. So, talk a little bit about conspiracy facts. Whenever you say something outside of popular opinion, people freak out. And you're labeled as a conspiracy theorist because you're not just throwing out something that isn't. People think it's not true, or I think they just dismiss it as conspiracy theory because they're not aware of stuff and they don't give a fuck. So they're just gonna go and do whatever they want. But here's a question I like to ask those people who hear all kinds of whatever you consider to be outlandish or ludicrous ideas and say, everything's a conspiracy theory? Everything? All of them? Even the ones that are proven true? Gulf of Tonkin, that's launched the Vietnam War. That was a false flag event. Never happened, but it was partially the reason we went to war. That war was real nice. Remember that one? Nobody liked that. Ask those Vietnam vets. That was a conspiracy theory at the time, and turned out it wasn't real. That launched a war. That's a giant lie. That's proven. MK Ultra, mind control stuff from the CIA. There are unclassified documents that have been given. You can go to government websites, government.org sites, find out all this information that's been released. It's a real project where they studied people and their minds and influenced them via television, all kinds of stuff, man. Very fascinating. That was a conspiracy theory at one time. True. Government documents proved we used to do testing back in the 60s. So, 50, 60 years ago, this was, people were like, oh, you guys are crazy. What I'm trying to do is learn from the patterns of your past, right? And know that you're on a repeated cycle. So this is just a repeat of history coming over. It's a full circle. It just keeps on going. People are like, no, this is something new. This corona thing is different. I'm like, no. Whenever you got a virus as a kid, or ever, what did the doctor always tell you to do? They told you to go home, get some rest, wait it out. There's nothing you can do. Now today, we've convinced people to wear masks on your face and go, because you're convinced you're doing it for other people. Wrong. You have no idea what's beneficial to another person because, one, you have no idea what they're thinking. You have no idea where they're at in their life. You have no idea what's on their brain. I understand why you would think you're helping other people because it's what you're told. You're given this piece of information. This information says, if you do this, everybody will be okay. Now, in a way that's twisted and manipulated because you don't know that, right? You don't know. Well, we know that wearing a mask all day is ridiculous. Out in public, they try to push it a little bit further. Like, why don't you wear it in your house too? Just wear it all the time. Go to school, go to work, go everywhere in it. Okay. We're going back into cold and flu season. Numbers are being reported. Your mind looks at those numbers and you think in your mind, because you've been programmed to think this, that those numbers mean that the world's coming down and you should do more, and it puts you into a state of freeze, fight, flight, whatever, and you get scared. So you're like, uh-oh, better put the mask on. So, and then, okay, ask yourself, how long are you willing to do that? Are you willing to see every freaking social event, schools, businesses, have plexiglass everything, not touch everybody. Everybody's got a visor on the head. Let's say, hypothetically, we did that. You still wouldn't feel safe because it's a lie. It's an illusion. It's the illusion of safety, okay? You shouldn't cover your face all day. You shouldn't breathe in your own shit, okay? It's a diaper, your saliva. But you should never wear a mask. I'm only going to touch on the mask thing because it's like beating a dead horse. I'm not changing my position on it, ever. And I see, like, when people are like, oh, Illinois is shutting down again, by people's own choices, right? These businesses can stay open and defy the orders. They just, some are. I've read reports that some people are saying, yeah, no, I'm staying open. So it's like, enter at your own risk. It's like if you go skydiving, there's a good chance your parachute might not open. And if you die, you knew the risk, right? You go out in public, you know the risk. So you're never going to go out anywhere? Ask yourself this honest question. 7 months. After 7 months, ask yourself this honest question. How long? How long is it enough for you to feel safe? When everything's plexiglassed and sterilized? When the numbers don't say 0? See, that's that's a bunch of shit. Numbers can be manipulated, and there's no way to tell. You have to use your own discernment, your own eyes. You have to get out. You have to go socialize with people. It's very, 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 very unhealthy to not socialize with your family and friends. Or you coughing, Matt? You got the reunion? No, not retarded. I've told you in a stream before, I had it a couple years ago at Christmas. I'm not dead. Talked to some people that allegedly had it. They're not dead either. So you'll live. But you're going to die one day. So what are you going to do? Memento mori. Accept your own mortality. Stop living in fear and stop trying to ruin the lives of everyone else because you're scared. It's no way to live in isolation. You're only going to get more mentally miserable. And this is why the mind's an important tool. It's why rhetoric, spell breaking, is important. There's a lot of spells I've noticed that people are under when you start to talk to them about something. They regurgitate some words, and these are key words that I've noticed. Common sense, ignorance, wow. They always say wow. Like after you say something that isn't going along with the programming in their brain, they're like, wow. Like, wow, I can't believe you just made me think a little bit. It's like, I know, right? You're thinking now. The common sense thing, like I had somebody say today, they're like, it's just common sense to put your mask on. I'm like, when? 6 months ago, you didn't think anything was common sense. Now you're telling me it's common sense. It was based on multiple information that's designed to get us to war with each other, where it says it works, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, and then you just go, you're your own assassin. Always remember that. You are your own assassin in this world. So whether you wear one or not, it's your choice whether you think it's common sense. So you should never wear a mask, man? I'm like, in a medical setting, like if you're my dad just had open heart surgery. I'm sure the surgeon wears a mask so he doesn't get his saliva in my dad's open wound. That's why that's there. Well, that's why we have the mask on now, because of corona, man. We don't want to get the droplets. You know, that's how tuberculosis allegedly spreads too. So with this logical insanity that we're all experiencing right now, you should have been wearing a mask since you were born in order to protect you from things like tuberculosis, and now this is something new, man. This is new. I'm like, no, it's not. It's made up new. Meaning you don't know, so they can tell you whatever it is, and since you trust them because of the rhetoric they spew to you, you go, oh, that's it. These medical experts are great. Medical experts. 50 years ago, lobotomy. the mental, the miracle cure for mental illness. I did a stream on this, did a lot of research. The guy who invented it won a Nobel Prize. Go watch that. Very fascinating shit. Taking out the frontal lobe of your brain because you were either gay, hysterical, all kinds of reasons. They thought you were undesirable. Eugenics had a part to play in that too. And then, dink, a lot of people took 20 years for them to figure out that that was awful. And they sent a lot of their family members and they had to live with it, just like you have to live with that abortion. Yeah. So, my point is, they were medical experts in the beginning of lobotomies that actually spoke up against this barbaric practice that was hailed. It was pushed. The rhetoric behind a lobotomy was pushed. There are news articles and clippings that I can pull up and bring you and show you. Go watch my old video where it says this is hailed as a miracle cure. And you push that onto the newspaper and people go, wow, old Uncle Billy, he's kind of crazy and he's talking to the mice in the barn. We should give him a lobotomy. Sally over there won't stop fucking screaming, so we should go have that she's crazy. We need to go mental illness. So people who were scared didn't know what to do. They trusted these individuals who said, hey, trust us. This is going to help them. You are doing the right thing for this person. And then they would send their family members in there. Chink, chink. They come out. They're fucking vegetables, a lot of them. Some of them lived. Oh, most of them, it was awful. Awful. JFK's, oh God, sister? One of the famous, his sister got lobotomized. Look into that. That's weird. At the very least, folks, ask yourself a question when it comes to conspiracy theories. It's weird, okay? If you can't at least admit that to yourself, stop jerking off all day and watching porn. That helps too. You want to know what helps you see things clear? Not watching Runaways in pornos. It's unhealthy for your relationship if you're married. It's terrible to lust after these individuals. You're going to not think clearly or act right. Where was I going? Spell breaks. So to break these spells, I've noticed people's reactions to certain things that they just don't understand. So what you have to do is go down to their level. In order to get people to hear your side, which a lot of people aren't doing. They're already on a side. They've picked a team, which is awful because I hate teams and labels. But is it not depressing going out in public, watching everybody in a mask? Isn't it? I mean, for me, it's depressing as all hell. I can't see your face. I don't know if you're smiling. Your eyes give you away. I had a lady today at the grocery store who was like, I don't wear the mask, dude. I never wear the mask. I heard her go to somebody and go, there's a guy in aisle 13 not wearing a mask. And you know what those grocery store people know? Because I talk to them. They don't care what you think. Because they're tired. Have some respect for those poor people that are sitting there stocking that food all day so you can get your food. Take that system away, you're dead. But no, you go tattle on me because I'm not worried about something that's made up. It's a hoax. No. Disease and viruses are real, guys. But how it's pushed to you, lobotomy wasn't a miracle cure. It was a way to get people that irritated you out of your life because you're a selfish fuck. That's really what it was. And people didn't know how to handle it. So they took the best of their ability and just shoved them in there and then realized, oh my God, I pretty much took the life out of somebody. Might as well have killed them with a lobotomy. That's so bad. Then it's it's recognized as a barbaric practice today, but in my parents' lifetime, your parents' lifetime, it was a thing. So when people tell me to take information from medical experts, I have I'm biased based on my own experience because medical experts gave me their suggestion and I followed it and it almost killed me, which means they don't care about your health. You have to care about your health. Now, my dad just had open heart surgery, right? So I have a lot of contempt for hospitals because of, I believe they're evil. Not the people working in them, okay? The people working in them were wonderful. My dad had great nurses, doctors. Everybody I met was wonderful. They treated my dad great. That setting of an emergency is when I believe medical stuff in that, surgery, a broken arm, great. But to just go to the doctor to go to the doctor because, like, I don't know, I feel weird today. No. But you don't think you should get checked up? Your health isn't important? I go, how long do you want to live? Well, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be err on the side of caution, Matt. I'm like, I know. Err on the side of caution. The world's dangerous. Hell, I've tripped down the stairs in my home and hurt myself. So my house can kill me or severely injure me or impair my life. So, with that knowledge, stop living in what ifs. There's another spell. What if? But what if it doesn't go away? What if the numbers? See, your mind, again, MK Ultra, look into MK Ultra, not a conspiracy theory, it is a proven government unclassified program that fucked with people's minds, and it hasn't stopped. When you blast headlines, million dead, 200,000 dead, you're like, oh my god. You just think 200,000, but you don't see it. You just see the number, and the number gets inside here. It starts twirling the wheels, right? The wheels go turning, and you're like, oh my god, all those people. And I'm not saying people, dude. My dad just went through open heart surgery. You think I don't feel for people and their families when they lose a loved one? Are you fucking kidding me? I do. But you can't help people that you can't see. Does that make sense? Your family, your neighbors, that's it. Friends. The people that you come in contact with on a day to day. Now, do you want to live in this world? How much longer? Another 6 months? Well, until we get the numbers out of control. Guys, stop lying to yourself. The whole purpose of this is not to get the numbers down. It never was. It was to make it ongoing so you keep doing ridiculous stuff to your life, like tattling on your neighbor, saying there's a guy in an aisle without a mask because you're scared. You think you're doing the world a justice. You pat yourself on the back. You're like, oh man, but you won't call out that pedophile that lived next door. But you'll call a guy who's just trying to buy food for his woman, take care of his family, like he's endangering some people in life because he's not wearing a mask. Yeah, look at me. I'm not sick and dying, but you could be. What if you were, Matt? What if you had some things? I'm like, it doesn't spread like that, but okay. Yeah. Again, with this logical insanity that we are dealing with, you would have had, me, everybody, our grandparents, our parents, the generations before that should have been wearing a mask since birth because of tuberculosis, which has killed a lot more people than corona. And you know how tuberculosis spreads? It's kind of funny. It's very similar to the corona, respiratory virus, droplets. Don't be so stupid. And not stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, because people aren't stupid. They're literally just programmed drones going and doing their thing. Because they're like, okay, when I get home, I can watch my show and I paid my bills and everything's good. I like being in debt, which is another spell. Don't be in debt to anything. Taking out loans makes you do stupid shit, makes you think, act, and behave irrational and just dumb. Because you're afraid. You're afraid of lifestyle, and that's it. You don't want your lifestyle to go away, but yet you're literally willing to sacrifice all social existence for the possibility that you may or may not get sick. It's crazy spells, guys. Crazy. Unbelievable. And after all this time, I thought it would get better. No, I said it would get worse before it got better. I was right. 2 weeks before this election, and I'm not saying the election's part of it, but look at people. You know, they're just, oh God. Okay, a word to you businesses out there: let your business go. Just go, get out of it. Don't take the free money from the government. Why not, man? Because you're going to take a loan out. You're going to be in debt. Now you'll be under a thumb. Now you won't be able to speak truth. Now you won't be able to not wear a mask. Now you're going to be forced to comply. Now you're going to have to do all this shit in order to keep that. Ask yourself this: is it worth it? Is it worth the mental hell and anguish that you want to be in for that stuff? It's not to me. I've had everything taken away, and it's painful but liberating. It actually enhanced me in my life to the point where I'm joyful and grateful for everything I have in today. That if it burned down tomorrow, I'd be all right. So I'm still alive. But you wouldn't be alive if you just put your mask on. I feel for these people when you try to point out something, a different perspective. They don't want to hear. But I have a big problem when people tell me what to do. Wear a mask. You could suggest it, but don't tell me that, because then you really don't respect my beliefs. And my belief says I don't believe that I have to wear it, but everybody's doing it. Everybody used to try drugs. Doesn't mean you have to do it. That can fuck up your life pretty good, and that's a choice. But man, this is a virus. This is a virus where it might make you sick for a couple weeks. Then you might injure your people. What about, think about your family? I do. A lot. And I spend a lot of time with them because I know one day they won't be there. I'm not going to not see them because in my entire lifetime, your lifetime, everybody's lifetime, all of a sudden they think that you can't touch each other. People know, if you have a soul, you know you're lying to yourself. Those who are vacant, soulless, and only think about material and jerking off, those people are scared because their lifestyle is behind closed doors, horrifying. What goes on up here, horrifying. If the world knew what they were thinking, God help them. Uh-oh. So, how to break some of these spells. Number one, don't ever fucking lie to yourself. I'll wear it because I'm doing it for other people. You don't know that. And that's so dumb. It's so dumb that I don't even want to talk about it. It's like saying, I'm getting drunk so you don't have to. No, I'm not going to do that. We're at what I like to call spiritual warfare right now, where it's deeper than the material world. And people are like, no, but listen to the scientists, the experts. The experts are other humans, guys. They're suggestions. Are you going to go around and police? Okay, so if you're in a town, are you going to go around and just police people all day? Like, that's going to become the way of life. Like, you're literally going to go around all day and make sure people are mask wearing. That's it. That's going to be life. That's it. That's all you got. There's no more anything. There's no more socializing, get-togethers, parties, fun, baby showers, birthdays, Christmas things. Fuck all that. That's gone, right? Because you have to go around, knock on the door, make sure everybody, it's just me, guys, relax, don't freak out. Make sure everybody's got their mask on and there's social distancing at that. Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to enforce it. And for you people out there, the tattletalers, you'll get what's coming to you. So, there's no way to enforce these things. It's all self-policing, guys. Police don't even enforce this crap. They know it's stupid. They're like, okay. No. So stop lying to yourself. Break the spell. And know that, like right now, I know people's dads that are sick. People that are in pain right now. And they're just like, well, I can't see them because of Corona. I'm like, okay. So you just now forfeited. Okay. So when should you be selfish? Isn't it selfish to put a mask on in a way because now you can't breathe? What if you got sick from your own bile? See, don't what if stuff. What if is terrible. But man, what if the numbers never go away? 200,000 dead. More people still died. But man, the numbers keep going up. As soon as the cold and flu season happened, do you know that the flu numbers were down? You see, when you can't prove something, you can say anything you want. And people can't verify it. You can't verify it. The experts can't even verify it, guys. All you got to verify it is your own experience. So you better be telling the truth. You better be open minded and be willing to admit if you were wrong. And if not, get in your hell. You know why people aren't care about the wearing masks and don't think it's such a big deal? Because they're all fucked up on drugs and alcohol. They're just drinking through it. It's no big deal. Like, it's a big deal, guys, when it becomes the way of life. Think it through. You should have been wearing a mask your whole life because of diseases like tuberculosis that transfer the exact same way, ironically enough, as corona. So, with that insane logic, logical insanity is what we're dealing with here. Look deeper and know it's not what it seems. Do what you want, but at one point it's probably going to come into your life where it's going to be personal and you're going to get irritated by something that is of loss to you, and then you're going to get mad, and then you're going to go through a grieving process, and then you're going to have to start questioning things because you can't avoid it. I've seen a lot of people trying to avoid things. They're all like, well, let's go back to carving the pumpkins. No, you can't avoid it. If I just go back to running my laps around the track, I'll be okay. Nope. It's a time to cleanse yourself of all the poison. Just cleanse yourself, man. It's fine. But don't be scared. I'm trying to promote no fear here. I'm not saying don't be scared about people and care. Yeah, it hurts when loved ones die. But I can give you 5 names of people that died in the last year and it wasn't from corona. So, watch out for the rhetoric that constantly programs your mind. Lets you know what's happening. And then you repeat the things you see because it's in here. MK Ultra. That's not a conspiracy theory. That is true. You know that it used to be a conspiracy theory back in like the 50s and 60s when people used to lobby against tobacco companies saying that these don't cause cancer. It's common knowledge today that smoking causes like one of the only things that causes lung cancer. But we know that today, but people still smoke because they're aware. If you choose to do something and you're aware of the consequences, see, that's on you. If you're unaware, it can, it's forgiven. It's like, I didn't know a lot of things in life. I'm like, oh, now I know. So I changed up my behaviors. However, if I am aware that something is detrimental to my health and or my family's health, and I still continue to embrace it, do it, or whatever, or speak it, that's on me. And I deserve everything that's coming. So I can't cry about it later. Life's hard either way. You want to be fit? That's hard. You want to be fat? That's hard too. Pick a path. There is a right one, though. There is a wrong one. So, what? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, man. Conspiracy theorist. I hate when people say that. No, you know what that is? That's your way. When you label me or anyone who doesn't just follow what anything says, the mainstream news, you're pissed off at a person that thinks for themselves and likes to take in information and has done a lot of discerning on their own. I might have an unpopular opinion about things, but it's not an uninformed opinion. Okay? The way to control people is to make them think there's something to fear. That's how you control people. And a lot easier than I thought. You just have to speak with sincerity to people. And if they believe you, And then they'll follow it. You know, mainstream news, the government, the experts. People are experts, guys. People. Don't put your trust in people. That's why spiritual warfare. I put my trust in God. And you could, oh, that's so stupid, Matt. Oh, why don't you have a, you're religious? No, no. It's just I've done everything that you've done, so I know it doesn't work. That's what it is. And then I did it this way, and I realized, wow, my life is a lot better. My mind is a lot calmer. I'm at peace. I'm serene. I have joy. I don't worry. I don't. I don't make stupid decisions um, and get myself into copious amounts of debt so I can impress people that don't give a fuck. You're gonna go take out a loan. If you're a small business and you're going under right now, I suggest not taking a loan. Don't, because then you're just going to go deeper in. Now you're going to owe more. Oh, but it helped us get through. That you have to pay back with interest, guys. That's how this world runs. Don't owe anybody anything. Somebody gives you $100, you pay them back $100. Done. Eye for an eye. But if you go take out a loan at 20% interest, you go get 100 grand worth of college debt, you can't buy a home, you're retarded. Stop with the debt. Debt is bad. I might not have a lot of money. I don't owe anybody anything. I'm kind of rich. I'm more wealthy than the people who have a $600,000 home right now. Why? Because that's called a rented lifestyle. They don't own that lifestyle. They rent it. They took out loans to pay that back. Sure, they have a good job. They're making money, but that's a lot of money going out every month to things that you don't need. Think about that. Rented lifestyles. I'll get back to that one. That'll be my next stream, I think. I'll write that down. Rented lifestyles. Number 93. Oh, forgive me. So, just remember that you're going to be okay. Don't lie to yourself. Stop getting upset because stuff's closing. Accept that it's out of your control. Worry about your immediate surroundings, your family, your friends, your neighbors. See how they're doing. Unplug from this ungodly, awful internet world of Facebook. It's horrible for the mind. And this is MK Ultra right here. There's good things though. It's not all like negative brainwashing. This is why I'm offering the alternative of solutions to this stuff. Be aware of it. Become aware. If you don't, then you'll suffer. I won't feel bad for you. Like, I really do have compassion for people, but at the same time, man, if you're not listening to something and you're still in hell and somebody's offering a way out and you're just like, nah, I think I want to burn with it and sit in my shit because it's so comfortable and warm, it's on you. No drugs, clean diet, truth and honesty. Those are some starts. Ongoing practices to live that way, though. It takes discipline, it takes practice. Start one day at a time. Start today. Start now. You'll thank me later. Don't take yourself too seriously, guys.